Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your 2016 yearly tarot forecast. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. Alright Scorpio, so I played around with a bunch of different spreads and actually decided to use and go with this spread that I have here today. It's 2 cards for each month, and then the card at the bottom of the deck will be the overall energy for the entire year. And then what I decided to do, Scorpio, was actually pull you 2 additional guidance cards for the whole year. And the decks that I'm using for that are the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue and the Kuan Yin Oracle card deck by Alana Fairchild. Beautiful deck. So I already, to save some time, I already put the 2 cards out for each month, and then the card at the bottom of the deck, which is your overall energy for 2016, is actually the Temperance card. So this is a major arcana card, and it's a beautiful card, Scorpio, because when it does come up in a spread, I do know that you are being divinely guided and protected and led by angels and your spirit guides towards your destiny. They're leading you, they're protecting you, and they're with you. So this is just a beautiful card. It does represent, balance, emotional balance in particular, but I'm really picking up on balance will be, definitely a theme throughout 2016 for you. And, for those Scorpios who might have had some health problems or some illnesses in the past, Temperance is a card that represents healing. So I think that 2016 is going to be a year of healing for many, many Scorpios. The Temperance card also represents moderation. So again, I think this is a year of moderation. This is a year of you being balanced and, definitely a healing year for those who might have literally some illnesses, some health conditions, and then for those Scorpios who might have had, some rough or some difficult periods in the past. And perhaps, you might have some emotional healing that needs to take place. So no matter, what kind of healing you need, Scorpio, this is just going to be, a great year for healing. So beautiful, beautiful energy to have here at the bottom of the deck, and for the overall year in general. That's wonderful. So what I'm going to do now, just to get it out of the way, Scorpio, is pull you your 2 additional oracle cards. So what does Scorpio need to know? What additional guidance does Scorpio need to know for 2016? Scorpio, 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 Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs for 2016 Scorpio. All right, and now for my Kuan Yin Oracle, Scorpio. One last message for Scorpio. Scorpio, 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 2016. Okay, so let's get started. For January, Scorpio, I do have the 9 of Coins with the 10 of Wands. So immediately when I seen these cards together, I think that Scorpio, you're going to be very busy, honestly. I think you're going to be working a lot. But you know what? You have that financial and that material abundance to show for it. So you might be a little stressed in January at the start of the year. You might be working incredibly hard, and you might be, you might have a lot on your plate. And I know this card looks a little scary, but I pull this card all the time for people who not necessarily are stressed out, but they're very busy individuals. They work a lot, and because literally they never really have a chance to rest, you know, they're just go, go, go all the time, you know, this card will come up for them all the time. So when you see the 10 of Wands, don't think, oh no, it's going to be, you know, I'm going to be just stressed out and just, you know, you could just simply have a lot on your plate. And because I have the 10 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles, which is just, you know, a wonderful card, it lets me know that, you know, you're working extremely hard for this financial abundance. You're working this hard because you like to have nice things. The 9 of Coins represents, you know, having a beautiful home, having beautiful clothing, and beautiful, you know, little luxuries, little extras in life, you know, being able to afford those little extras, and, you know, really anything that your heart desires. You could have a beautiful garden, pets around you. You could be spoiling your pets, or you know, your friends or your family, spending your money on whatever your heart pleases, because you can, and you have that extra abundance to do so. So I just see you honestly working a lot in the month of January. But you know, it's for good reason, because you have a lot to show for it. This is a wonderful card. Yeah. For some reason, I'm really picking up on some Scorpios even receive, like they're getting a new pet. I don't know. I don't know what kind of pet. It could be a bird, but I'm just picking up that you're getting a new pet in January. And maybe between you working so much, Scorpio, and now having to maybe take care of this new pet, it could be a lot, especially for those Scorpios who are maybe getting a puppy. And, you know, I remember back when my dog was a puppy, and it's like, it's not the easiest trying to train a puppy and then trying to, you know, work and everything else that we have to do. You know, it's not the easiest. So there could be some Scorpios that are literally just getting an animal, and they're also trying to work, and they're trying to take care of the home and everything else. And so they have a lot on their plate. You know, if you can ask for help, you know, definitely ask for help. Try to take the pressure off if you can. There are people around you that I'm sure can lend a hand. Absolutely. But yes, also with it being a 10, this could be a cycle that's coming to completion very soon, and you actually, you know, might not feel this pressure any longer. This could be like the last of this, you know, pressure that's on your back, feeling too heavy the way it might be feeling in January. So for February, I do have the Death card with the 8 of Wands. So this is definitely like things moving forward, things happening quickly, messages coming in. You know, the Death card is a major arcana card. So this is representing, you know, something old is leaving your life. Something old is no more. Out with the old, in with the new. You can see like it's kind of like a chaotic card, and there's like a lot going on, but then you have this beautiful flower, this beautiful white rose that's just growing in the middle of it. So whatever this is, it's happening really fast. And for those of you who, you know, maybe you already, you know, left behind something in your life, no matter what that was, you know, something might have already left your life, Scorpio, and perhaps you were waiting for that new beginning to occur. Well, this could be the month of February where things are really starting to happen. You know, with the Death card, when we do leave something that no longer serves us, or we do make room in our life, you know, we create space by getting rid of something in our life that no longer serves us. And when we create space, it allows the universe to actually bring things in, new beginnings to come in. There's always a new beginning attached to the Death card. So this could be the time that, you know, maybe things are really starting to happen for you, and they're happening very quickly. The 8 of Wands is very much a very sudden, fast-paced energy. So, you know, that's really, really nice. Very nice. Okay, so for March, I do have the 4 of Wands with the Star card. This is beautiful. Okay, so this is you being divinely guided. You know, this is the second card, Scorpio, that, you know, when it shows up, I do know you are being divinely guided. You have your angels and spirit guides around you, guiding you, leading you, protecting you, you know, towards your destiny. But this is also, you know, this can also be known as a wish card. This could be you receiving some wish come true. And for some Scorpios, I feel like this is in regards to your home. This is in regards to your home or your family, because the Four of Wands represents the happy home life. This is things being very good at home. You have a very strong foundation, a very stable, secure environment within your home life. You have a nice support system, whether that be friends or family. Yeah, this is also the star coming in, and letting you know to remain positive. So if for some reason you weren't positive in regards to your home, this is, you know, the energy of the star coming in and letting you know to remain positive, never lose faith, never lose hope, that good things are coming in for you. Better days are around the corner, and for you not to lose hope. And I think that, you know, in some way, shape, or form, this is definitely in regards to your family and your home life, or your actual home. Yeah, and for some Scorpios, this can be like you actually receiving some sort of wish in regards to your home. And maybe that's what this Death card in the previous month is representing in February. This could be, you know, things moving, yeah, things happening within your home, because the Eight of Wands can literally be you moving, literally. So perhaps maybe this was you moving to a new home, and it was your dream come true. It was a wish come true. That's just really beautiful energy. So what I have for April is actually the Nine of Cups, which is another wish card, which is phenomenal, Scorpio, with the Seven of Swords. So whatever this is you having to go at it alone, because the Seven of Swords cards really represent you having to kind of go after something and do it all on your own. So whatever this is, you know, I feel like this really kind of starts in February with the Eight of Wands here and the Death card. Whatever new beginning this is, if this is in regards to your home, you know, you might have to, you know, you might have bought a house alone, and that's why you're working so hard in the beginning of the year with the Ten of Wands here. Perhaps you're working very hard to buy a new home, and perhaps, you know, you went through the whole process completely alone, perhaps, for some Scorpios. And this is you really having to move in and do everything literally all on your own, which, you know, many people do, but it's not always the easiest. And perhaps it's a wish come true, because you have the Nine of Cups here, which is emotional abundance. This is you just being very happy in April. This is you just, yeah, having a wish perhaps come true, and you just being incredibly fulfilled, content. This is emotional happiness. This is you just being overjoyed and just very, very happy at this time. Yeah, for some of you that this isn't really talking about the home, this is, you know, this is you perhaps having to, you know, go after something or do something on your own. And whatever it is, though, it's going to bring you to happiness. It's going to bring you to emotional abundance, whatever this is. So that's really beautiful. And, you know, what I have for the month of April, the month of May, the very next month, is the Faith card, which is the Hierophant, with the World card. So these are two major arcana cards. So definitely I feel like for some Scorpios, this is you definitely moving. I have so many cards here that represent the home and, you know, traveling and movement, things happening, movement, forward movement. So with the World card here, now this is definitely going to be some Scorpios moving. These are two major arcana cards. For some of you, you just need to simply keep the faith. You need to simply keep the faith and, you know that you have cycles finally coming to completion. And these are very long cycles with the World here. This is 8 or 9, years in the making, and finally a cycle can be coming to completion at this time in the month of May, and new cycles are beginning. A new cycle, a new chapter in your life is actually beginning at this time. And perhaps, you know, for some Scorpios I'm picking up on, perhaps you might have prayed for this. This is something you've wanted very much so. And finally at this time, which is, you know, in May, this is actually happening. You know, and for others, this is you perhaps traveling, maybe going on vacation. You might seek out some spiritual guidance at this time, or religious advice at this time, or just, you know, seek out some advice from anyone in general. It doesn't have to be like a spiritual advisor or anything like that. It can be like a teacher, a friend, you know, just a trusted mentor. You could be seeking out some guidance, but you know, this could also be you doing a lot of paperwork. This could be, you know, you moving up within the company that you work for, because the Hierophant can represent large companies. So if you happen to work for a large company, Scorpio, this could be you literally maybe traveling for work, or you maybe even having to move for work, perhaps. This could be multiple different things. But no matter what it is, I feel like cycles are finally coming to completion. And a new beginning, a new cycle is starting, and that's fabulous. That's really nice. Now this is a little interesting for the month of June. I have the 9 of Wands with the 3 of Swords. So this is, you know, this is kind of throwing me, because you've had such beautiful energy, and you know, what the 9 of Wands can represent is someone feeling like giving up. Someone feeling like giving up. But you know, the message that goes along with this card is don't you dare give up, because you've come through the worst of it. The worst is now behind you. So why would you give up right before the miracle occurs? You know, this is a warrior card. So, you know, which is absolutely true. Why would you give up after you come this far? You're still standing, you're still here, so why are you going to give up? And then I have the 3 of Swords, which can be like sorrow, sadness, heartache, you know, maybe some sort of loss in your life. You know, for some Scorpios, I'm just actually... For some Scorpios, if this is like a loss, like literally like a family member, a friend, or someone like that in your life, if this, I'm not saying you know, there's going to be a loss, but if there is a loss in your life, I'm, you know, obviously I'm very sorry. You know, this obviously is a general reading, and that will be for a very small, select number of Scorpios. But because this is a general reading is why I have to say that. Because I really sense like your life is going so great, that your year so far is really awesome. And now we're at the month of June, and this is kind of out of nowhere, left field. So this could be, you know, maybe something going on with a friend, and it doesn't have to be like a loss with some, you know, something bad happening to someone, or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but this could be like a friend maybe getting a divorce, or someone very, very close to you going through some painful experience at this time. It doesn't necessarily even have to be you, but this could be you really kind of having to be the shoulder to cry on. Because if you look at these 2 cards, you know, this, you see this face with this eye that's crying, and you know, this man is bent down, and it's kind of almost like I don't know, I'm just picking up like you could be the person that another person is leaning on very much so in this month of June, that, you know, you're literally like perhaps maybe someone's rock at this time. and maybe it's a little bit too much for you because maybe you're working a lot and you have your own things going on, and then now this. Yeah, so I mean, this again is a general reading, and you know, it can be something like this occurring, and then for other Scorpios, what this could be is perhaps you know, you're experiencing